when people think of comfort foods, they may think about sugary, starchy, or cheesy foods like mac and cheese, French fries, or chocolate cake.
All of the above, but times are changing. Healthier meals now being passed down from one generation to another, bringing comfort food to a whole new level. Joining us to talk more about the new and improved comfort foods out there, Angelina Cappiello, publisher and editor-in-chief of Preferred Health magazine. Nice to have you back with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
So I have to ask, what is it about comfort foods that just seem to hit the spot when you're stressed out or you're just not feeling so great?
Oh, yeah. Comfort foods, well, they trigger emotions and, memories and social connections. So it'll give you that feel-good feeling. It just brings you right back to that time and place. So, for instance, for some, it might be a meal your mom made, chicken soup or mac and cheese. But for others, it can be something as simple as, a cup of hot cocoa that you had on a skiing trip that just brought you all that good, memory back to life. And so there's really connections between the foods we eat and our psychological connection.
All right, but you're going to help us out with some new, healthier comfort foods. Let's start with breakfast. A lot of people growing up probably had those sugary cereals, bacon and eggs, but you say there's a better alternative?
Guilty as charged. We all had bacon and eggs growing up, but we're seeing better choices being requested by our Generation Alphas. So those are the ones born between 2013 and 2025. And these kids are requesting things like avocado toast with tomato, which is something that my 9-year-old nephew Gavin loves, absolutely loves it. But also acai bowls, and that's been around for a little while now. With fresh fruit, some granola. So nutritionally speaking, it's positive to see this for the generations to come.
It really is. I saw my 11-year-old nephew ordered a fruit smoothie bowl or something. I was like, what?
Fantastic.
What? You want cereal? You want Apple Jacks?
Right.
Okay, next, the salty foods, buttery, rich, crispy grilled cheese, they all sound warm and cozy, but is there another way to kind of satisfy that craving?
Absolutely. Our bodies actually crave carbohydrates, right? But instead of making that grilled cheese, I think a better alternative to that would be hummus and pita bread. And this is one of my favorites to go to, okay? Hummus, it's healthier. It's made with, olive oil, chickpeas. Maybe we'll throw some fresh garlic in there. We can heat up the pita bread and cut that up, and that's, lower sodium, less fat than white bread. And if you need that cheese fix, I always say, why not just make yourself a small little charcuterie board, right? Those are fun now. So some cheese, some nuts, maybe some dried fruit, olive for that salt. And these are just much healthier choices, and they'll still, satisfy those cravings.
Yeah.
Okay, those sound good to me as alternatives. But finally, there's dessert. I don't know if you could convince me on this. You say apple pie is loaded with sugar, fat, butter, everything good, and even more with a scoop of ice cream. But instead of giving into that craving, there's another option. I'm a little skeptical.
Okay, well, I'm not going to completely take it away from you, okay? But let's say we just save our apple pie for Thanksgiving, and then the rest of the year we bake our apples. And we'll bake them in spices that give us that apple pie homey feeling. So that'll be like vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon. Toss them around, bake your apples, maybe a pinch of salt to bring out all those flavors. And that way we get to enjoy the apple pie taste without all that fat and sugar.
So I can't drizzle a little caramel on it?
How do we replace the crust for the rest of the year? Okay, the future of comfort foods is not just about making healthier choices across. Of course, it's also about how we prepare the food. Yeah. So what is changing out there? What are you seeing different these days?
So, it's so nice to see, too. The technology in food preparation has evolved. So instead of, deep frying everything, chicken, French fries, we're seeing more people use those air fryers and that require no oil. And still, you're going to get something very crispy. So it's a great, alternative to that. But if you have to use oils, there's so many choices nowadays. So, we have extra virgin olive oil, probably one of the best ones to use. Avocado oil, it burns at a higher frequency, so you can actually really, do that heavy, high temperature cooking. But we also say if you have to use butter, or if you want to use butter, a good alternative would be to use butterfat, pure butterfat, which is called ghee, which is GHE, and it's free of sugar, okay, and it's available at most food shopping centers. So you'll be able to find it.
All right, I'm convinced a little bit. I don't know about the apple pie yet, but the other ones sound good. So, Angelina, thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, for more healthy lifestyle tips, go to preferredhealthmagazine.com or follow them on Instagram.